Okay, I'm Cesare Tocchio from the Milan office of CDI Global, Italy, which is the company which represents CDI in our country. On top of that, I am part of the management committee as industry group leader organization, and also am industry group leader for the packaging industry. Yeah, packaging industry in those recent years had a very important increase due to several, let's say, conditions. Among them, I will mention the COVID, which surprisingly is bringing an increase of deliveries at home of goods. So the packaging has increased the number of items to be delivered instead to go to the retail. And this has been a big impact during 2020 and 2021. On top of that, a second important element which is changing dramatically the packaging industry is the sustainability item, the sustainability problem, and the famous plastic ban, which has been started in many countries in the world. I would say that that will implies an increase of fiber-based packaging like carton, and will have an impact in plastic packaging. So in general, I would say that the packaging in such a difficult times had increased their volumes and their importance in a sustainability item. Okay, sellers in the market are very much conditioned by the platform of their customers. In other words, what is very important for a seller to increase the value of their company is to try to avoid to have one customer which has, let's say, more than 15-20% of their turnover. Which is very important from a buyer point of view. When a buyer acquires a company, wants to be safe about the continuity of the company and the risk to lose the sales in a moment where the main customer has a problem or change policies. On top of that, of course, the profitability is very important, and cost control and operational performances. Well, the value driver for salability is to be, let's say, cost effective, to have a very systematic and control of production operations, and also a very, let's say, sound analysis of the customers to avoid the predominance of one customer in the total sales. Well, acquirers are looking for a niche activities. This is, for instance, in the recent times, private equity entered into the market, and they are looking for packaging specifically dedicated to a sector like pharmaceutical packaging or luxury packaging, and rather than mass product packaging, which in some way are more risky. This is what they are looking for, and also they are looking for the possibility to operate as a build-up project. In other words, they, due to the fragmentation of the industry, the private equity are trying to buy one company, put together with another one and another one to form a a coherent group of companies which with synergy and to create a possibility to sell after 5-7 years the total group. Okay, I'm Cesare Tocchio from the Milan office of CDI Global, Italy, which is the company which represents CDI in our country. On top of that, I am part of the management committee as industry group leader organization, and I also am industry group leader for the packaging industry.